Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hopefully, I'm already live. I'm not showing it as live yet here, but we're going to keep checking. That was quick. Okay, so yeah, it sounds like everything is going fine here. Sounds like the volume is just good. Okay, so this is the Sims 4 Horse Ranch. Sims 4 Horse Ranch. Let's go in here. This is a build for the horse ranch I did here on this particular lot. This is like Biscuit's Bastion, right? I think this is Biscuit. The distinctive arch here, the distinctive arch in the shape of a horse. Very cute. I love it. Now, as soon as I saw this lot, of course, I thought, well, hey, if you own this lot and you lived here, you probably want like fantastic views of everything, right? And so with that in mind, I kind of came on this lot with sort of the idea of sort of a vacation type home, either a second home or a place where someone might retire. There are a total of there's a total of 3 bedrooms, and let's see, and 3 baths. I think 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, 4 baths, 4 baths. If you count the bathroom here, because there's a little guest house here, right? This is kind of a workman's home above the horse stall, which I don't really like having the horse stall attached to the house. I have not usually seen that in my life. Normally the horse stall is a little detached from the house, or the stable, I should say, the horse stable. I'm not saying that it's never happened, because it probably has happened, but it's a little unusual. But with the size of lot that we have, that's just what I'm dealing with and working with. But this would be kind of the caretaker's, sort of apartment, kind of a place to live here. He also has a bathroom. So all told, there's going to be like 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. 1 bedroom done for children, set up for both a toddler and a child. A sort of adult guest bedroom over here. And then here on the second floor is where we have basically the sort of master bedroom retreat, right? So we have here a place for people to sleep. A great area to hang out, of course, in front of a fireplace. Sort of a dressing area. I did not do a closet with this. I did just sort of a dressing area. This build is just base game and horse ranch. So it only uses those 2 packs, base game and horse ranch. So what I had to do, or what I had to use for putting together a closet, was a little more limited. And it kind of made sense they might use sort of wardrobes like this anyway. That's their bathroom, the master bath. The master bath, whenever I look at it, it does feel a little bare to me. So we might come in here and try adding something to the walls or doing something a little different. I don't know. One thing I do like is I did put like sort of a window here by the bathtub, so you could look out, kind of the view there, right? You can also maybe see the fireplace over here while you're in the tub. And if you want some privacy, you could just, in reality, you would just pull these little shutters closed and you've got, privacy. Now, I've not really play tested this yet, although it should work. Famous last words of myself is that it should work. This is our first floor, of course. We're going to go into tab mode real quick here. So you can see kind of the idea from the main living area there. You've got this great view of the horse. Again, this is going to be kind of a retirement home or a vacation style home. It's not really a working ranch. Unlike the other builds I've done, yes, you can have a horse here, but there's no place for nectar making in this particular build. There's no place for more than 1 horse. Yeah, you could grab some sheep and goats and let them hang out in the stable with the horse, but there's not a lot of room for them, or a chicken coop if you have cottage living or anything like that. So that's where we stand. So let's take a look here. We're going to go into live mode. It's dark. Oh boy, it is dark. I guess that's okay. We'll see the place at night. And we're going to do a little bit of play testing. I'm going to this is our kitchen here. Again, in some ways, the wall here looks a little bare, but also, again, it's kind of like a lot of things we have to put on the walls for kitchen stuff. It came with other packs. So I could put stuff on the walls, but then it ends up not being base game and horse ranch only, so I didn't do it. Let's see. Let's bring. I don't remember all these people's names anymore. This is Timothy. Timothy Brief. He's going to teleport here and cook something. This is actually my group of Sims from Cottage Living. I just happened to move them here to this lot. They're also if you go with Trey here, Patrick and their two children, Colleen and William. They're actually my dream home decorator family as well. And then they moved to like Cottage Living, and now they're here. We're going to have Timothy here, though, make, I don't know, hamburgers. Let's make hamburgers and make sure the kitchen kind of works for us. Let's see where Colleen is. She is in here watching television. So let's bring someone in here and see, make sure we've got enough routing. Oh, not her. Not actually. Wrong person. Let's see here. Patrick's outside swimming, so let's not use him either. Where's this guy? Ah, okay, he's right here. Let's have him stop using the computer and come over here and try to light a fire. We know the computer works because he's using it. We know the TV works. She's using it. No routing issues. I was a little worried about that TV because it is a tabletop TV. It's not a wall-mounted TV. So I just elevated it up with Move Objects On. So it looks like it was kind of put above the fireplace. Fireplace does work. We'll go on in here. I'm going to have Trey get out of the pool. Let's have him come in here and have a seat. This is the guy, Michael here is actually one of the sort of townies, you know, from Cottage Living. I guess at some point I had him move in with these guys. I'm not real sure why or what I was thinking with that back whenever I was playing with that pack, but I probably just thought he was cute and thought, well, that'd be cute. Let's have him join the family too. They can move around all the furniture down here without any problems, it looks like. We're going to have Patrick come and play the piano or practice the piano. He doesn't know how to play, I guess. There's our cat. I don't think I have anything in here right now for the cat to eat from or like a litter box. I probably ought to check on that. So routing wise, all of this looks really good. What's this guy doing? Oh, I see. He's got the food. Let's grab the food here and we're going to put it like maybe, I don't know, not in the middle of all that junk. We'll put it here on the table. And we'll have him call everyone to a meal. Let's see how that works. Yeah, the cat needs a litter box. I hate to put a litter box here because, again, that's going to change this and make it not just base game and horse ranch, right? So let's go ahead and just fix his motives real quick, just so he won't be, you know, miserable. In fact, let's fix all their motives because I don't want to have to deal with too many issues while play testing this. Here we go. Looks like everyone's going to come around here, grab something to eat. Not including there's a little William. He wants a burger. He grabbed a burger. I don't have a high chair for him in here yet either. I might not. I guess I could put one in because I could put one in over here. And then if someone wants to use it, they could pull it up by the table. Now, William is plenty happy sitting there eating like a big boy in his chair. Dishwasher works. Timothy there cleaned up the dishes. Looks like our garbage can here to the side is going to work. We are going to go ahead and grab a quick high chair, just because I do have this set up for a toddler. Like in the bedroom here in a moment, I do have that set up for a toddler. So we're going to pull this in here and just kind of put it over here by the wine racks. There we go. She's cleaning up. Oh, Colleen there is a good girl. She is our good daughter. She's going to clean everything up here. She's even having to hand wash them, and she's still going to clean up. Now, they don't like the cat. I guess the cat's going to jump on stuff. Oh, well, they're going to get used to it. Now, this is the kids' room. We'll test this out next. We'll have Colleen come in here, play some games. She should get to play some games since she helped clean up, right? We're going to have little William come in here and play. What I love about this pack, I love this new sort of, in fact, let's have him play dolls with Patrick there. I love this, that it's a barn, little play set, like a barn dollhouse. It is really, really just a sweet little item, and it reminds me a lot of when I was a little kid because I had a Little People barn, which a lot of people in the States did. I don't know where all in the world Little People were sold, but they're like a little toy. And you could open the barn up, and there was like a horse in there and a cow and some stuff and some people. It has some sort of sound effects, you know, like there was a gate or something you'd open and it would go moo. So that kind of reminds me of that. It gives me a real nostalgic feel, so that's why I love it so much. This room is done up to look a little bit like a log cabin, but this side over here for the toddler, we put in, you know, a mural of a farm and some sky and trees. We're going to have William come over here and take a nap. I noticed Patrick didn't come in here and play with William. Oh, he's still playing the piano. I guess he didn't eat either. Okay, stop playing the piano there, Patrick. There you go. I might have autonomy turned off. Maybe. I don't know why. I don't know why he's still playing the piano. Just because he's the piano man, you guys. Now he's coming in here to play, though. He's going to play with William. Play some dolls. Let's have Colleen stop using the computer. We'll test this out. Yeah, she loves video games. Let's have her experiment a little bit, and then she's going to climb up here and kind of relax. Maybe we'll have her read under the covers instead. And we're going to take little William and have him come over here. I've already got it set up to take a nap. Have him stop playing. Everything seems to be working just fine in here. I don't see any problems. I know there's no problems here. I've already had them use the TV. Michael Hiller here is kind of their guest, so let's have him come and check out the guest bathroom and bedroom. Again, it should all work. It looks like it all works to me, but I do use Move Objects On, so I always test everything out before, you know, upload, right? Like that's kind of a tight squeeze there, so let's make sure he can actually get past it. Then let's have him kind of relax here in bed. If he can relax in bed, he can sleep in bed. There we go, and we'll have him come over here and take a shower. And again, both of these should work. I mean, there just shouldn't be any problem with the toilet or the sink. This is a pretty standard bathroom setup. Yeah, he should be fine. Now, one thing I'm going to do too, again, this is Horse Ranch and base game only, so no other packs. When I use this in my game, not the uploaded version, I'm going to put laundry here. So there'll be like a real hamper and then either probably a stackable, stackable laundry unit. We have a bathroom over here. We're going to have someone try out. Again, this is a really tight squeeze with these. So we are going to have Trey try this one out and make sure it does in fact work. I might need to scoot these items around a little bit more. You can see how the toilet is kind of inset into the wall just a little bit. That's because the tank is a low flush toilet. We're going to pretend that's the case. See, he flushed it. Low flush. It does work, though. Let's have him try out the tub. Tub is something else I often get turned the wrong direction. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Trey. The tub, I often get turned the wrong direction. Why can I not remember it? I don't know. But if we turn it like this, it should work just fine. And let's have him go in here and take a bath, right? Yeah, good to go. We're going to try having Patrick use the shower. And both those sinks should be fine. There's just nothing around it that could cause routing issues. Okay, both of those work. So far, everything does seem to be working, pretty well. Let's have Timothy here clean up all of this mess. One thing I love, I don't know how many people have seen these, are these plates. These are stackable plates in build mode, and they come in these bright colors. It's really great to just kind of have them around. It looks very authentic. See, like that. Very cool, right? I love that they stack. Put it back there. And I love the colors, and it does remind me kind of ranches and farms I've been on. There'll be a big stack of plates waiting for people to eat. Okay, let's see here. We know this stuff works. I could put something on this table real quick. The table does look a little bare. There, let's take a look real quick and see if we can grab some sort of art object to throw on there. Upstairs in the master bedroom, I feel like I've tested all that already, but we will take a quick look at it just to be sure. Because as soon as I don't play test it, it'll be screwed up, right? Now, let's see here. We could put a train or something on there, maybe. Like that. Since we're over here by the train, that's one thing I love about this lot, is that, the train passes by outside, by Bastion over there, Biscuit's Bastion, the arch. It looks really cool, a lot of fun. I'm going to make that a little bit smaller. Turn him at an angle on each side. Now, here's one thing I don't like, and I don't know what went wrong here. Okay, you can see that this particular slot's way back here, and this slot's here. So it's almost impossible to kind of have those be evened up. Now, using move objects on and gingerly using, the Alt button, I can kind of slide it around like that. So it does work, but it can get a little frustrating trying to work with it. And I don't know really how that happened. Or I don't remember like all sofa tables being like that, but hell, maybe they are. Maybe they are. I feel like some of them are, but some aren't. I don't know. That looks okay. It looks a little bit better. Nice little something as you walk in the door. Now up here in the master bedroom, we're going to check this especially. These are rocking chairs. They're very close to the fireplace, right? So what I'm going to try doing is bring 3 Sims up here. We'll have Timothy come up here. We'll have him walk up here. There shouldn't be anything wrong with the stairs, but just in case. He's still in the tub. Let's see here. He's out. I'll have him teleport here. And Timothy didn't really make it here. Let's try that. There we go. And we'll have Trey teleport here. So what we're going to try doing now, I don't think this is going to work. We'll see. But we're going to have Trey rock, right? And we're going to have Patrick over here. He's going to rock on the other side. And then we'll have Timothy try to start a fire while they're both... Okay, well, there we go. It's working. I was afraid it wouldn't because of them rocking in front of it. There would not be enough room here routing-wise. But luckily there is, so that works just fine. Obviously, the stairs work. He made it up. Let's test this tub because just like before, there is no telling if it actually is turned the right direction, but I guess it is. It looks just fine. The toilet here should be fine as well. Let's pee like a champion. I don't know if he'll pee in front of Timothy or not. I think he will. We'll see. Yeah, he's going to come here and use the bathroom real quick. And he's going to wash his hands in the sink here in the room. So yeah, all that seems to be working just great. And then we'll have him come over here and relax. And we'll have Patrick walk over here. I'm going to have him try to sit on that bench and see if it's far enough out from that table. It is. Okay. So the bench works too. Again, the bench doesn't necessarily have to work. It was just kind of decorative. but I prefer if it's pulled out far enough that it can work, you know, that someone can actually sit down on it like you would in real life. Okay, so far so good. The last thing really to look at, now all of this, I guess, could be checked out too, right? But again, it should work. But here's my concern with it is we've got a barbecue and a bar. I've got a barbecue and a bar really close to each other. So we're going to have Patrick teleport here, and we're going to have Trey teleport here. We'll go ahead and have, what's his name again? Michael. Have Michael walk here. And I'm going to send Timothy into this house. I'm going to have Timothy walk into this house as well, just to make sure that all of this doesn't cause any routing issues. We'll end his bath. And let's go ahead and bring little baby William here and his sister. And we'll test out a few things here. All of this works. I mean, that's not any problem. All of this works. Although we'll have her sit here right by the closest to the table just to make sure. Now we're going to have Patrick grill up our meat here. Usually I grill, though, like potatoes or, I don't know, like, you know, something like that. So let's go with hamburgers, though. Let's grill some hamburgers. Patrick did not teleport up here, which seems odd. There we go. And let's have him go ahead and try. Let's make a drink, make his favorite drink. Okay, now kind of the worrisome thing, but I can check this here in a second, is Timothy actually came up this, I guess, the first set of stairs he came to, and is going through what is technically the front door, which is really cool. It's one of the sliding doors. I really love those. Now it does intersect with that a little bit. So it's a little bit unreal, right? A little bit unreal. This is a little bit unreal too. I don't know how I feel about that. On one hand, I feel like, yeah, maybe I should take that off because the door could probably slide across where the shutter is, but it's not going to ever slide across that light. So I think I'm going to fix that. It doesn't make any difference in The Sims, but I do like a certain sort of realism. So let's take both of these up here. We'll just take that off. That's going to make it a little bit more realistic, and that's what we're going to shoot for there. We'll have Timothy go down those other stairs here in a second, make sure they work. Now, so far, everything is working here. We got a drink. We've got our barbecue going. Can they get on a lounger? No. Let's have him go out here and kind of look. He's already done with the hamburgers. Let's have him grab one. Take a seat. I'm going to have William there, a little toddler William, go downstairs in a little bit. Check out our splash pad. First, let's have Timothy, though, bake something. I usually go with baking something because it requires the refrigerator and the stove and a countertop, right? So all those items get used at once, and we can make sure our kitchen's going to function the way it's supposed to. One thing that is missing in here that I noticed right off the bat is there is no garbage can. So let me go ahead and put a garbage can in. Otherwise, he's forever going to be walking downstairs to the kitchen whenever he cleans up. If I have the money, and in the case of this sort of build, I do have the money, I always put in this sort of garbage can because it does not require an outdoor garbage can, which I usually don't like the way outdoor garbage cans look, right? And it just makes it kind of easier. It saves a step later, and it makes a little bit of money, right? So eventually, it will pay for itself. So he's going to be busy working there, making some... Oh, he went all the way downstairs. He went all the way downstairs to wash that up, to load the dishwasher. He's a lone wolf. Doesn't like all these strangers around. They're not really strangers. They're your friends. Your friends, Michael. Let's have Trey come in here and try out the rocking chair. We'll have Patrick come in here and light up the fire. Now, we do have a small bathroom in here. This should be fine. We're going to have Patrick try out the bathroom real quick. Okay, everything seems to be working in this little apartment. I don't see any problems whatsoever. Let's have Timothy come down here. Now, one thing we really do need to try out is I need to get a horse. I need to get a horse for this build and have him try out this water tank and the food trough, the hay trough. So let's grab a horse real quick. Make sure you can use both of those. When I was first building with this pack during the early access phase, I had all this stuff way too close together and in another build, and the horse could not eat, right? He couldn't get to his water. So that's why we're going to go ahead and we are going to check it in this case. I'm going to have him just buy a horse. That is the quick way to go about it. Let's see here. Call the Ranch Animal Exchange. You can see here you can buy a rescue horse for $250. That's where you kind of get the luck of the draw. You can purchase a horse for $1,000. There's a selection to choose from. And then you can also buy your mini goats and mini sheep, which are the cutest things ever in this entire pack. So yeah, they are super, super cute. So you can buy those if you want. We're going to buy, if I hadn't closed it, we're going to buy a horse. And we're going to purchase a horse here. Okay, where's my horse? Oh, here we go. Okay, so you can see here, this is where we can choose from these, this selection, right? It gives you a little bit, some of their traits and stuff there. Friendly, energetic, intelligent. He's a foal. He's a colt, right? So it gives you a lot of their sort of aspects here. Now, I will say this, if you want to do one as a unicorn, I believe you're going to have to do that through CAS. And you have to do it basically from the start. I never saw a way of adding a unicorn horn after your horse has been created in CAS. Foals, I believe, of a unicorn will be born with a little horn. But yeah, I never saw a way to do that after the fact. Just a word of warning. Let's go ahead and grab kind of a standard looking horse there. High Noon. We're going to, where is he? Let's see here. Are we waiting for him? Oh, he's going off to purchase him. I've never purchased one. I've done it all through CAS so far, so this is new for me too. And all the time that I had this in early access, I never bothered to like purchase a horse or purchase a rescue horse, right? Adopt a rescue horse. So I guess he leaves and goes and gets him. I thought that the horse would kind of just pop into view, right? Once he gets back with our horse, we will check out that particular thing. Colleen is off to school. Okay, so the first name's High Noon, last name is Brief. That's fine. We'll go with that. And let's have Timothy ask the horse to come here, right? High Noon. We got a pool here. I did use the new like sky type of floor. It's flooring, but it's really obviously more for the new ceilings, the paintable ceilings. But I thought it was kind of cool for a pool and a splash pad, like for the toddler. Now, again, when I'm using all of the packs, this will be uploaded as just Horse Ranch and Base Game, but when I'm using all the packs, I'll probably bring some of the, splash pad stuff from Growing Together, over here, maybe a little toddler slide or something over here and some swing sets. Give it more of a vacation family feel. Okay, so he's here. Timothy is here with our horse, laying in his bed. Awesome, awesome. Let's see if we can have the horse come here and eat. Well, he's thinking about it. He sees it in his head. Are you going to go eat, buddy? We can just take him on. We'll cancel that. Right now I have a mod in that allows me to control the horse as well. If you're wondering, in the main game, you can't click on a horse just like you can't click on pets, right? But see, I have this mod that allows you to click on pets. So that's how that happened right there. Now we have, he came over here and ate without any problems. Let's call him over here to get a drink. Like little Williams there in the middle of our splash pad. I know the pool works because one of my Sims is already swimming in it. Let's take the chance. Okay, so he's drinking as well. Looks just fine. Now, the last thing I have going on in here is a little wine cellar. Again, this is not set up to make nectar, but just in case someone wanted to, I did put a kind of wine cellar down here. And maybe someone just wants to collect wine as they come across it in game, right? So maybe something like that. They're going to have a wine cellar. Maybe they want to stock all this. It'd take forever, but maybe they want to stock all this, have people down here try a little bit of wine. I did put another bathroom down here, I guess, as well, right? So let's go down here and we'll have him sit. Have this guy come down here and sit. What's he up to? Going to work? No, we won't then. Trey can come down here and sit. And we'll have Patrick try to use the restroom. Should all be fine. Okay, actually, I'm going to be right back. I hear my son call me for a minute. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, hopefully that sounds good. All right, down memory meme lane. Yeah, let's go ahead and post it. Patrick doesn't like it down here. He says it's not decorated very well. He's kind of right because this bathroom, I don't have toilet paper yet. No wonder he's unhappy. No wonder he's upset. I forgot to put toilet paper down there. So we'll throw in some toilet paper real quick and we will throw in some towels. Naturally, he wants something to wash his hands on, right? Getting a little bit of lag there. Let's see. Where is Tried and True? Is it that one? No, it's this one. This is the one I use like all the time. This is the towel I use all the time. You put a fairly good sized towel there. And we'll go up here and get out of build mode. Okay, so here we are. This is our particular home away from home. I guess, I don't have bushes on this part of it, but I guess I could put bushes along there. I've done a lot of the rest of the outline. Of course, I didn't do it all up here either. So maybe we'll leave it. There's poor William still standing in the middle of that particular thing. Let's see here. I'm going to fix all their motives real quick, and then we're going to get ready and just upload this right onto the gallery. Take a quick tour here from a Sim's eye view. Come down here. There's our horse. Is that our horse? I guess so. Don't know what he's doing out here. How's his motives doing? Pretty good. His social's low, though. He's not very happy because his social's kind of low. Let's have Patrick come over here and talk to him for a little bit. Tell him a joke. And maybe scratch his neck a little bit. So if we were going to come into our beautiful new home, I think did someone leave that? Is that from like the welcoming committee? Did I miss some? I probably did. Looks like they left a plate of food there. I'm going to have somebody clean that up here in a minute before I upload. All right, here we are. This is our kitchen view. Come down a little bit more. Got our living room over here, kind of one of our living rooms. I mean, I call it the living room. It's kind of the formal living room, I guess. Again, I might put a table back here at some point for playing games on. We've got a computer. We've got the TV in this area. Might put some video games on it. Over here is more of a, like, let's sit and hang out type living room. Kind of a family room, right? Kind of a family room. But I didn't put the TV in here. I put the TV in the other room. But you don't need a TV in here. We've got this gorgeous view of the archway. Watch the train go back and forth. They give us a little bit sunken area there. The kitchen's also a step down from our formal living room. We had the piano back there, as we saw earlier. Nice kitchen, fireplace on both sides, and a fireplace upstairs in the master bedroom as well. I need to make sure that those burgers get cleaned up there. Don't want someone to download those. It's kind of our kitchen view. Not bad. We've got a 2-story kind of fireplace here, right? Raises all the way up to our master bedroom area, a little sitting area, bathroom. I love this because you've got these great views from up here. That's why I left the wall off of the master bedroom area. So you can look out, see these great views. Now your Sims won't really care, but I care, right? I care. Let's see here. Pull back here. This is kind of our bedroom area. A little spare. I didn't go crazy. Well, I couldn't go too crazy with the clutter and stuff because, again, this is base game. This is base game and horse ranch only. So that's what we're working with, but I think it looks pretty good. Got another really, really nice kind of view here, you know, from here out to the sort of field beyond, right? Field in the road and the little stream there. It's a beautiful area. It's a beautiful world. Now, I'm going to have Patrick here or somebody. Patrick's going to go talk to the horse. So I'm going to have Trey teleport here and clean this up. And I want him to clean this up. Well, I do have a trash can right there that has been put to use. And I've got another one on another part of the lot. Let's move that over there and see if it gives me an option. Clean up. There we go. Might be a glitch there at the table, maybe. Don't know. And let's see here. These will also need to be cleaned up. We'll have Timothy handle that. Say we will. Where is he? Oh, there he is. He's going to walk up. I asked him to teleport, but he's going to walk. So here we go. Let's get him up there. Yeah, that must have been some sort of glitch with that table because they know they have a garbage can and they're using the garbage can. So, oh, we've got stuff in here too to clean up. The cookies will probably be fine, but let's go ahead and clean them up. Everything looks good. So, I mean, I think this is going to work just fine. I will go ahead and load this up to the gallery. So far, the stuff I put on the gallery has gotten almost 0 downloads this time. I think the gallery's broke. I don't know what's wrong with it. I got like literally 1 download on each of the things I uploaded. 1 download and 1 love, right? So we'll see what this one gets. It's fine because ultimately I usually just, well, not usually, I pretty much always just build for what I want to use in game and what I like. So this will not go to waste, even if it doesn't get a ton of downloads. That's fine. Because I do like it. I like the views from it. I like the way it looks. So we're going to go ahead and go in here and upload this on into the gallery. We've got how many bedrooms do we have? 4 bedrooms, essentially. 5 bathrooms. I think that's right. 5 bathrooms. 1, 2, 3. No, just 4. But no, there was 5 because there's 1 in that 1 bedroom too. Okay, so 5 bathrooms, 4 bedrooms. Let's see here. A vacation style ranch. Not really a working ranch, but ranch, right? Vacation style ranch or retirement home. I don't know what else to put there. I guess it's got the name of the lot on it already. And I never get too much into hashtagging. I guess we could do hashtag pool, right? Hashtag pool. It has a pool. We could do, that's it. That's all the hashtags I'm going to put. I guess we could put hashtag Chestnut Ridge as well. We'll do that. Okay, so we've got that. We'll go ahead and upload this to the gallery. Goodbye. Off it goes. Hooray. And that's that lot. Now, there are a lot of other lots, to deal with in this game. I've already done several of them. We're going to do a quick tour of a couple real quick. Before I end this stream, let's see here. We'll go to Manage Worlds. And this one here I'm actually working on as well. I call it the, obviously, Millionaire Ranch, right? Because it's huge. It does have an actual working stable over here. The idea maybe with this would be it'd be kind of a breeding ranch, you know, where the idea is you're going to breed horses for sale, which you can do in game. I haven't tested it for how well it actually works as a career to support a ranch, but you could get a colt and a mare and then breed them, raise and train the foals, and then sell them on, right? I've seen horses with like almost no training and stuff go for 4,000, 5,000 in game, just looking at it, just testing a couple of things. So I think you could, if you could get them up high enough in value, you could run a breeding ranch as a business. That's my thought. I've not tested that yet, but I really do think that's probably possible. Now, we do have this little place over here. Falabella Fields is one of the things I uploaded. It was originally a 20 by 15 lot. And most everything that we're about to see fit on that 20 by 15 lot. Later, when I came into game, I went ahead and put it on a 20 by 30 lot and kind of made a backyard to it, which we're about to see here when we get into this. So basically, you know, this back half of it would not fit on a 20 by 15. You could take it, though, and set it on a 20 by 15 with a little bit of adaptation. But basically, everything from this square here, right, all the way across and back would be gone. Okay, this part here in the front, this is what originally fit, this stuff here, on a 20 by 15 lot. So it is possible, it will work. This is set up. It's kind of a small ranch, right? Again, as I spoke with the other lot, putting like a stable and all that stuff right up against the house, a little unrealistic, but I'm working with what I've got, right? I'm working with what I've got. You do have everything here you need. There's a stable for your horse. We've got his food and water out here and a place to do nectar making. This is designed for the garden for your nectar business, right? So you can put your gardening stuff back, or your plants, harvestables back there. This is just a kind of pretend storage area. And here's for the cat, because I did set this up for the cat in this case. That was living on this lot. Place to eat, place to go to the bathroom, and a spare refrigerator, because if you've ever been to a farm or a ranch, there's usually going to be 2 or 3 spare refrigerators pretty much all over the place. There's one out in the barn, there's one in the garage, there's probably another one over in the horse stall, right? They have all these kind of spare refrigerators everywhere. Usually full of meat, if it's a cattle ranch, right? But also with horses, you have to keep other things cold, like artificial insemination type stuff. I think some vaccines have to be kept cold. So, you know, that's also what that is used for. So just to keep it real, I did put that there. Out here on this side, I kind of intended this for the little sheep and goats, right? So everything that comes with the new pack would kind of fit on this lot. Little place for them to play. Now, this uses everything. This is not just base game and horse ranch. I used a lot of stuff from a lot of different packs. I kept it as very much, though, a small house or the tiny house movement. My thought when I was doing this is that this is a mini ranch for mini animals, right? So for the miniature sheep and miniature goats, maybe a foal instead of a full-size horse. It was kind of a miniature ranch for miniature animals, and it had a miniature house, right? Miniature house as well. You can come in from the stable area into the bathroom, a first floor bathroom with a washer and dryer. This is pretty common with a lot of ranches and a lot of farms. Because you're usually so filthy, I mean, that have been built in, say, the last 50 years anyway. You come in so filthy, you want to be able to come in directly into a bathroom where you can just strip everything off, take a shower, change clothes, and if you're smart, you'll go ahead and put your laundry there too, because you can just throw it right into the laundry, not drag it through the house. Also works as a guest bathroom. Down here, now I have play tested all of this. This is already up on the gallery. So I've play tested all of this. It does work. It's kind of tight. It's kind of close, right? But it did work. I think it did. I always worry about the stove being that close. God, I hope I tested it. I'm sure I did. I'm sure I did. From this side, though, we've got, our fireplace. We've got some books, a little place to put family photographs. So everything you need for a family to be in here and hang out. On the second floor, again, because we're going with the tiny house vibe, we have kind of a kid's loft. Kind of a kid's loft bedroom, kind of open to downstairs. Place for the toddler, place for the kid. This is actually not too far off of some ranches, too. The kids are just going to have kind of a small bedroom, play and hang out. They're mostly going to spend a lot of time outside. The adult's bedroom is here. Got a little bit of privacy. Has a door, of course. I put in these are like mud benches, kind of, but they do act as like closets, right? These are operable like closets or like a dresser. That was a great thing with this pack. If you don't have a pack already that has a closet of some sort or a way of making a closet, these work great for that. So it is another, yes, it's something that's in game already. It's something we have already. But if you don't have those packs, this is a great addition. This is another kind of add-on, another kind of bonus with this pack, is that now you can make there's another version of this as well. Not just this style, but another version of the clothing rack that you can now kind of make a sort of place to put your clothes, right? Where is it in here? I wonder. It's probably like with shelves or something. I mean, the clothes are here and then the rack is someplace else. Let's take a look here. Just in case you haven't seen it yet. And plus, I just think it looks really cool. It's right here. Sturdy clothing rack, right? So you've got that version. And that would be very cool in the closet, lined up, with clothes in it. I think it'd look really cool. I love it just freestanding, just in the bedroom, just kind of like this is. Again, because this is kind of a ranch. These people moved out here to live a simpler life. They have a small house, a tiny house, right? And so they don't want a big walk-in closet. They just go simple, have the clothes out here where you can reach them easily. And then there is a simple sort of family bathroom here on the second floor. It does have direct access from each bedroom, so it's kind of ensuite, right? Kind of ensuite for each bedroom. And then if mom and dad are in here using it, they can lock this door, right? The kids can go downstairs or vice versa. Got everything we need for it, though. Man, I hope I tested that tub. Again, I think I did. Why am I looking at this panic now? It's a little bit late, but we'll see. Let me go here. Carmen, I'm just seeing 1841. I hope it didn't go offline at that point. This is what I'm hoping. Hope it doesn't mean it went offline at 1841. But glad that you're here. Glad that you're watching. If it's offline, give it a second. I'm still showing online on my side, so fingers crossed that it is. Now, here in the backyard, again, I set up a place for the kids to play outside, a swing set, nice place to grill out whatever they were grilling there. Place to have a picnic right here in our sort of backyard area. I also put the rabbits home. I use that a lot. And I put the rabbits home here from cottage living because it's really cute to see rabbits kind of hopping around. Rabbits are very realistic. They're even realistic in the city, like in the suburbs. I find rabbits in my yard all the time. We kind of back up to a green belt and, they kind of come in here and eat up your vegetation, eat up your landscaping. But that's it. That's Falabella Fields. Oh, no. There's one more thing here. One more thing. Almost forgot. I also put in a very small stable boys type of apartment, right? Very small here. This does, again, I'm sure I play tested this. It does all work. So there's a place here's basically for a single guy, right? Or girl, single guy or girl. Or single, non-gender specific is fine too. I keep saying he, because obviously I was thinking he when I made it, but they have a bed here. They have a computer, hangout, a TV, a nice place to, nice sink, clean things up. There is a bathroom. This bathroom does work. Even though it is tight, it's very small. It's only a 2x1. The shower and toilet does work. And then he can come out here and wash his hands. It's right next door to our hayloft, right, to keep it real. And then if he needs to use a refrigerator, he can use this refrigerator down here. I did try working a refrigerator into this, and I guess it just didn't work. I mean, at this point, since he does enter through the hayloft now, originally he didn't. Originally when I designed this, he came into this apartment using a ladder over here. And then once I got the actual pack, the bed would not fit with the ladder there. So I moved the ladder into the hayloft and gave him an entrance this way. Long story short, we could put a small refrigerator here in the hayloft. That way he wouldn't have to go so far. Now I've already uploaded this to the gallery, but that's something you could do. Is you could stick a small refrigerator here. He could come outside, grab something to drink or eat or what have you. And that is Falabella Fields. It's called Falabella. Falabella is the smallest horse. It's like the smallest miniature horse in the world, I believe. It's a particular breed that is a small horse. And so since this was a miniature ranch for miniature animals, it's named after a miniature horse, the smallest in the world. That is on the gallery. We'll take a look at the other stuff I've got up right now. One of them I had on Twitter a lot, and I use in my gameplay, is the fire lookout tower converted to a home over here. This is something I put together in the original early access period. Let's see, what else have we got? Not that one. This was what I built for these two here, the Trout family. I don't really want to go through Palomino Junction. It is a restaurant with an apartment above it. Now, the two of them live on a lot, but I use the apartment above it by and large for them to live in. And eventually I need to move them from where they are to just a small empty lot somewhere, and they'll live in this particular setup all the time. So this I called Old Town, right? And I started building this before we had a lot of information, and certainly before I had early access for this particular build. It is basically a restaurant, but of course it's designed to look like an older part of town, several buildings kind of in a row. The restaurant is here, kind of a Tex-Mex place, right? Here on the end. Above it is part of the apartment. The rest of the apartment is over on this side. Now, I did base this apartment on a view that The Sims put out of Sims 5, you know, like a build view, and there were two guys in an apartment. And it was set up a bit like this, where it was in a dorm, you know, with a lot of dormers like this, right? So it's kind of an attic apartment with a bunch of dormers, and there was a kitchen over here. And so that was definitely my inspiration for the two guys that live here and their apartment above this particular restaurant. And I do like it. I think it looks cool. It's not exactly like the way The Sims showed for The Sims 5. They're using some pieces, like the roof pieces came across at an angle that we can't really do in The Sims 4. So it doesn't look exactly like it, but I think it looks close enough. Over here on this side, we have their bedroom, of course, like so. Again, I put these sort of, you know, clothing racks to use. Nice little bathroom for them. And the stairs coming up from the restaurant down below. We'll take a look at the restaurant. Restaurant, like I said, is just supposed to be kind of a Tex-Mex place, a sort of tourist place that you're going to find. I mean, I was thinking more like Old Town in Albuquerque, New Mexico. If you've never been there, it's super cool. If you go to Albuquerque, be sure and stop by Old Town. A lot of little, you know, local shops and restaurants. There is a hotel, probably more than one down there. I can't remember how many. But so I set this up kind of like that, like a restaurant in Old Town, serving Tex-Mex type of food, like we have here in the States a lot. A couple of public restrooms and the dining area. I have tested this. It does work. with Dine Out. Dine Out does work for this. Got a little patio area back here to eat at. Now, next door to this, I made the second half of the first floor of the house into a gift shop. Because if you've been to Old Town kind of winds around. It's got these sort of windy sort of streets through it, and you'll find little shops kind of tucked in here and there. So I kind of tucked in, a little gift shop here. Come around from the back, it's kind of a little overgrown. It's a little boho, right? A little sort of junk shoppy, but it's not junk. It's all really good stuff. It's all really good stuff. But it's got that kind of vibe, right? Kind of could go in like this, like you're just a tourist off the street, see some things. Now, nothing in here actually is for sale. This would work as a retail lot. You could make it a retail lot and you could price all this stuff for sale, just not use the restaurant side of it. It's more for storytelling and show, which I'll probably use it a lot for that. And then on this side is something I made a long time ago. It is a bookstore. And I saw a bookstore like this in Venice, Italy, right? And that's why these books are in a boat, is because they had a bunch of books in a gondola up off the floor. And all the books were kind of up off the floor because the shop would flood during high tide. So they lifted all the books up. But it was just this crazy jumble of like books and stuff. And you just would go in there and just kind of dig through just all these titles and all this different stuff. Thought it was kind of a romantic, sort of place. So that's what we got here. We got like someone started a little bookshop here. There's a place to hang out if you want out here. Sims will eat here with the restaurant. And I thought about getting rid of these tables to stop them from doing that. But at the end of the day, it didn't really seem to be affecting the service at the restaurant that much. So I did leave them. Got a little bit of junk outside, some books piled up outdoors as well. Now, one thing that was originally here and I did take out, I had a lot of trouble trying to adapt it after I moved this from another lot, was originally there was a staircase that led up here to a platform, and I piled books all around the staircase and the platform, so it looked like you were walking up the books to get to the platform, and it did work. It did work in the original build I used it in, and it would have worked in this build. I just ran out of time trying to restack all the books because when I moved it, the books did shift. I can't remember. I think I had to turn it around on the lot is what happened. And there's kind of a glitch. Sometimes things will screw up when you're turning it around on the lot. Anyway, finally just took it out and made a nice little patio back here, which is what it was in reality. Little patio. You could come and kind of sit and hang out. Maybe read for a moment, right? Maybe read for a moment. In Venice, you could climb up the staircase made out of books, kind of look at the canal back behind. So that's the other thing on this particular lot is the bookstore, right? That bookstore. I think we got some, basic streetscape stuff out here. Again, little fountain on the side of the building reminds me a lot of Old Town in Albuquerque. And that's why it is called Old Town. And it is the home and primary setting of my Sims for the horse ranch. My first Sims, anyway, for the horse ranch expansion pack. Over here, we have what I considered, this is going to be sort of the mystical build, right? A little more like a fantasy sort of cottage, a little more realm of magic-y. Now, this is base game and horse ranch only. So this is only those two packs. But in the end, as I use it, I will probably bring in quite a bit of realm of magic to put in here and kind of dress this up a little bit more. There is a place here to make nectar, right? Nectar making. And the idea is a sort of mythology I kind of created for my game. This guy lives here, as you can see, in the canyon, right? He lives out here in the middle of nowhere. And the sort of mythology I was going behind was he's renowned, right, for making nectar that is so powerful it can give you your energy back and restore your health and even return you from death, right? So that kind of ties in with the pack because there's a sort of nectar you can make that will bring you back from the dead, right? So this is kind of the cottage where that guy lives that makes that nectar. It's a small place. It is not starter priced, but it's not super expensive. I think it's almost starter price, though. I think you can almost get it for starter price. I can't remember what it cost. Let's see here. This will give me an idea. Now, this is probably depreciated maybe just a little bit. Okay, but let's figure it's less than 30,000, but again, not starter price because it's really meant maybe for 2 people and a horse. And I think in that case, you get at most 24,000 or 26,000, something like that as a starter budget. So, not starter priced. There's a place here for the horse. There's a place for our sheep and goats. I did not do a garden area here. This is only a 20 by 20 lot. You could forego sheep and goats and maybe grow stuff here. You could come back here and kind of where I left a little bit of wild landscaping. Oh, no, wait, I did put it in. Oh, never mind. Wait. I guess I did frame it out. I guess I did have enough room. This is where you put your garden. Okay, I was thinking that I had run out of room, didn't have time for a garden. This is where you put your garden right by the nectar making. So you can plant some harvestables here and then, go over and make your nectar. So yeah, okay, well, good deal. I surprise even myself sometimes, but you've got a little sort of, area out here, decorated area for people to come. I figure that's a chair, when you're sick, you're not feeling well, you come there, sit in that chair and say, oh, doctor, what's his name? What did I name this guy? Corbin. Oh, Dr. Corbin, please give me some of your nectar. Make me feel better. Dr. Feelgood there is happy to oblige. Make that go up a little bit. And then we'll enter the house here as though we are Sims coming home. This is a pretty small place. This is definitely more of a tiny house type of build. Let's see here. How good of a view are we going to get? Probably not too bad. Let's look down a little bit. Kind of a tiny house type of build, right? So we've got a place here to eat. Got a place to eat here with our dining room table. I have play tested this. Everything does work. Originally I had a chair back here. It didn't work, so I just took it out. The kitchen works. He's doing a little dancing. He's planning that country boot scoot. He's going to hit the drunken barn dance nightclub later. We've got a nice living area back here. Not very big, but a couple of chairs in front of the fireplace, right? We have a place back here. Maybe he does a little work, keeps track of his nectar recipes. Again, with Realm of Magic, my thought is I will bring in the cauldron, right? The sort of potion cauldron. Kind of set that somewhere over there with the nectar maker. Kind of bring in some of those little more mystical elements, right? Here is his bedroom. Again, great place to get some clothes, a little rocking chair to hang out, and his bed. Now, one thing I love about this build is you do have these great windows, right? So you've got these fantastic windows. He has a view out there to the waterfall and the fire watchtower. He has a view out back here, just kind of a little more quiet. Maybe you can watch animals out there or something. And I did the same thing with those sort of large windows here as well, where you're going to have, you're sitting there at your desk doing a little writing. Great view. We'll back up here. And this is his bathroom. Again, I did test the bathroom. I think the tub works. Let's see here. I hope so. I already put it up. Yeah, it works. He's headed that way. He's done dancing. Again, I did put this bathroom on the outside of the house. So if you come in all messy from taking care of the horse, brewing nectar, you come right in off the back door, clean yourself up, go in the rest of the house. One thing I would do with this also, once I have all the packs to work with, is I would probably I'm going to, like a wash basin and a clothesline out here so that he can wash his clothes and dry them. I would do that as well. So that is Corbin's house there. kind of the magician's cottage, I call it, right? Kind of already thinking in terms of realm of magic. Now, let's go check out. This is actually my favorite build. It's pretty simple, but it is the fire lookout tower, fire watch tower. This is obviously not my own original idea. I saw somebody on YouTube or something that had taken one of these old fire lookout towers and turned it into a house. And I think there's a couple of videos like that on YouTube. I think I've actually even seen more than one. Sashta Corin and his nephew Diggory are there right now. Diggory's just visiting for a couple of weeks. He wants to learn how to be a cowboy. But I saw it on YouTube and thought, well, that's really cool. And then looking at this canyon and it being out west, a lot of those towers are out west here in the United States, or what's left of them. I thought, hey, let's do that, right? That'd be really cool. And then someone told me that like Angelina Jolie, I guess, did a movie. And I looked it up, and sure enough, she like lived in a tower too, but I think she was actually, oh, buddy, you got to go home. I think she was actually working at the fire lookout tower, I think. I didn't watch the movie. I didn't watch it. But so it was in that movie as well, you know, kind of that idea. So let's get over here and take a look at it. Here we go. Big Sky Reach. This is my favorite lot in this whole game. In this whole, not the whole game, maybe. Well, maybe the whole game. It's pretty close for the whole game. Definitely my favorite lot here in Chestnut Ridge, because see there, the rainbow, whenever the sun's shining, you know, directly like it's supposed to, a rainbow, of course, comes through the spray of the waterfalls. It's like a perpetual rainbow back there. I just love it. And so I made, this is a 20 by 15 lot, smallest lot in town, and it's my favorite. I did manage to fit in pretty much everything I needed, though, for a ranch. I got my horse stall here, kind of a stable. This is... Now, right now, this is not updated. I haven't updated another version of this. There's a chicken coop here, right? Because I do have a sheep and a goat, and originally I kind of thought of this area for the sheep and goat, but they mostly just go over here and sleep with a horse all the time. So I put a chicken coop here. And then over here, of course, we've got our nectar making. This, in fact, is the version that's on the gallery. So this is base game and horse ranch only, just like the last one. The last one was base game and horse ranch only. This one's also base game and horse ranch only. My version at this point, after playing the early access and playing through it, which I've been playing now for about 2 weeks, there's like a whole garden in here, right? I fenced it off, put a whole garden through here with all the harvestables I use for nectar making. And eventually I'm going to go in and go ahead and put like a wine cellar or a wine basement. I want to make it look more like a basement, like a dugout, like he kind of dug it himself, down underneath there for storing wine long term. But I'll tell you, this will make you rich. I had him during early access. I had him making a lot of nectar. I ended up cashing it all in, and I had 55,000 simoleons when he got done. So yeah, it'll make you rich, that's for sure. Now, one thing, if you have seasons, horses are affected by the weather. I haven't tested it out a lot yet, but eventually my thought is I might have to bring this floor out over the bed area so that it is more like an actual framed-in stable and not open to the air. I mean, technically it's not open because it's got a roof here, right? I might have to pull this part out, though, and I might have to pull it out over the nectar making in order to keep the rain and snow from affecting like the sim and the horse. But I haven't got that far in it, so I'm not sure. Right now, this is set up for Sashta and his nephew. The version I uploaded has a shower here, not a tub. And the nephew's little bed isn't there. His little bedroll is not there. Neither is his high chair, right? But the rest of this is pretty much on point. You know, just kind of a basic kitchen here, cheap stove, cheap fridge. This is a starter lot. That's the other reason why everything's so inexpensive. This is a starter lot. So you can buy this if you come here with a sim and their horse. You can buy this lot, and I think you have about, as I recall, about $2,000 left over from your starter budget. So that gives you enough money if you want to go buy some harvestables, although I don't recommend that. There's no reason to buy them. You can find them all around the canyon and stuff if you go searching. But if you want to buy some harvestables, or you want to buy maybe a sheep or a goat or something, or if you have other packs and you want to buy, say, a chicken coop, right? You could buy that with that extra $2,000. So we've got that set up there. And then up here on the roof, although I've never really used it much, so, if you want to sell this part, you probably could and have even more money. I put this table and chairs here so you could, eat dinner, gaze upon the rainbow and the waterfalls there. I think that looks great. I just love it. I can sit here and look at that view all day. Mostly, though, Sashta comes out here and, excuse me, comes out here and just sits here and eats, right? Which makes sense, right? Wouldn't you want to eat with that view? Just staring off into that view, too. It's awesome. Beautiful, gorgeous. And I noticed that his nephew does the same thing. So his nephew grabs a plate of food, comes out here, climbs up in the chair, sits and looks at the view while he eats his dinner. And that is, again, a starter, base game, horse ranch only starter as a fire lookout tower at the end of the rainbow there. Which I just love. I've taken so many pictures of that right there, right? Let's go up here a bit. So, if you were looking for the pot of gold, let's find and line it up really well there. If you're looking for the pot of gold under the rainbow, right, there's Sashta's home. So that's, ironically, I wanted bigger, larger lots for this game. And ironically, when I first saw the world, I thought, man, those lots are awfully small. And they are awfully small, don't get me wrong. But ironically, I chose the smallest lot to set my home up on because it has the best view, right? Now, lastly, we'll go ahead and take a look. That's on the gallery, of course, along with the other ones. This one coming up is not on the gallery. I got a lot of work left to do on this one. This is, again, going to be our horse breeding ranch. So we'll go into build mode here and take a quick look at it. It's going to be super expensive. It's really large. It's still really not large enough for a true ranch. It's really not large enough for a true ranch because even at 64 by 64, there's just not enough room to kind of give that feeling of space like a ranch really has. But, it's getting there. Now, this, again, is kind of an older version of this. I have worked on it more in the meantime. I wonder if I got a version of it here. Let's see. My library. I do not have it in this particular one, but that's okay. So we've got this set up here. Kind of a long, stable area. And it's actually even longer now. I have added an area down here for washing horses and that sort of care. Down on this end is going to be your tack room, some hay storage. We've got 4 stalls again because this is meant for breeding. So we're going to have, our colt, our mare, a couple of foals growing into horses that we can sell later. Ideally, at the end of the day, I might put another horse stall here so you could have 3 at a time. The thing to keep in mind is horses take up a slot in the family. So, if I have 1 sim, then I can have 7 horses. If I have 2 sims, I can have 6 horses, right? So it gets smaller, the number of sims and the number of, say, pets, dogs and cats you have. So that's a drawback to that, but you could do a breeding ranch that way with 1 or 2 sims and maybe put in a few more stables. Here on this floor, we've got, again, a sort of a stable guy or, a groomer type of housing here close to the stables. Shower, toilet, sink there in the bathroom. This is going to be sort of a garage area is my idea. I'm going to set it up like a garage. And in fact, in the most recent version of this build, I thought the most recent version was in here. but it is not. So the most recent version of this build, there's actually a driveway that comes down this way and like terraced steps down from the front. Inside here, we'll have a kitchen, a bathroom. Again, you enter in off of the sort of garage area. Bathroom to clean up, kitchen, dining room, living room, guest room, upstairs, couple more bedrooms and baths. And then this over here is a guest house. Again, that is more fully developed in the version in the other save, I guess, right? In the other save. And that will be that ranch. It's really very early. It's got a lot of time left to go. And speaking of time, please hit like, subscribe, and notify. That's our time for today. That's it for today with this particular stream. We've kind of looked at the builds that I've got on the gallery and the build to come, which is this one. This is the one that went up today. So the build to come, which is this one. There'll be more coming later. We're going to do some more gameplay with Sashta and his nephew over there. And I might come in and do an actual build video where we work on this build-wise later. Do a build video instead of a tour video. But in the meantime, please hit like, subscribe, and notify so that you don't miss that or anything else. And as always, thanks for watching.